Welcome to Garner Bay. This is one of the most beautiful beaches in the Galapagos and in the world. Today's real highlight is the Galapagos hawk. We had a great opportunity to see a juvenile hawk come and perch on a wooden pole and landed on a backpack. And looking at all of us as we were trying to take pictures of him, it was behaving very curiously.
So seeing this hawk was especially fine because it was so close and it's on our very first day, and I feel like I've gotten my money's worth on day one.
The Galapagos hawk is the top predator on the food chain on land. They prey on basically anything that's small enough to eat, and they're not very common. They're only found in certain parts of the islands and on certain islands in the archipelago. So today was quite special to have that close encounter.
My name is Lynn McIntyre and I'm from the snowy mountains of New South Wales in Australia. We're in beautiful Galapagos Islands and we are having an extraordinary chance to see these wonderful, amazing birds. They just don't seem to be afraid of us at all. They're just sitting on a branch for half an hour and I've been waiting for him to take off, but he doesn't want to. It's totally different to what it is like in Australia. In Australia the birds would fly away immediately, whereas here they just don't seem to be scared of us at all. My experience in the Galapagos Islands has totally met my expectations. It's been one of the best holidays of my lifetime. I've made lots of new friends. I've just loved meeting the turtles. That's been a highlight. And of course this fellow. He's a mate for life.
My name is Sam Giddings and I'm from Napa, California, and this morning we were hiking on the island of Bartolome and it was great. And it was one of these rare adventures where the geology started to play second fiddle to a group of falcons. Did I say falcon? Galapagos hawks. They were a bunch of teenagers and they were great, and they were not afraid to come within 4 feet of us, landing on the railings and flying for us and letting us have golden opportunities with our cameras.
This is how you become our ambassadors at the Galapagos. You cannot define this place. How will you explain to your friends and family that you will be having a hawk just coming up here with no fear to looking at you? And this is a wild animal. This is not trained or anything. It's a teenager, just, you know, curiosity. It's wonderful. What's better than one hawk? What's better than 2 hawks? What's better than 3 hawks? Oh.
It's another beautiful day down here in the Galapagos on the National Geographic Islander. What a great experience. I wouldn't miss it for anything.
I'm Jennifer Davidson. I'm one of the photography instructors this week in the Galapagos during our photo expedition. And this morning we are on Santiago Island and it's been a beautiful morning. We have found multiple hawks. I think we counted 13 this morning. The Galapagos hawk is the top-end predator in these islands, and that's one of the unique things about the islands is that there are few predators, but here we get to see the top of the food chain on land, and it's just a great experience to see them so up close. So on photography expeditions, we have a photo staff. In addition to the natural history staff that's normally present on the ship, this week we have 4 photographers that are on board just to help you with your photographs.
Part of the reason that this has turned out to be amazing for us is that we have these individuals who are, some of them are National Geographic photographers, and others are just exceptional photographers and teachers, which is nice. You can ask them simple things like, should I be on aperture priority? And you know, and before that we never really considered that. It was always on auto. And that's been incredible, the one-to-one, and with different people and with different photographers, so you get a good sense of, you know, how different photographers approach things. But the main thing is we get a much better sense of how to shoot and how to use our cameras.
Top of the food chain in the Galapagos Islands, and they're not that big. I would have never guessed that I could ever get so close to a hawk, or any bird actually. And there's a part of me that's wondering, how close could I really get before he would fly? And I was talking to the hawk earlier. To me, you, the hawk, you are the king of the Galapagos. You're at the top of the food chain, just as the lion is the top of the food chain in Africa. And of course, you know, the hawk looks at me like, what in the world are you doing? What are you talking to me about? But that's okay. I'm having a wonderful, wonderful week. And my grandson, who is with us on his first Lindblad trip, and he is having the time of his life. He is 11 years old, and he's saying this is the best vacation he has ever taken. And I suspect that long after I'm gone, he will be bringing his family here as well. I hope.
So welcome to Isabella Island. This is the biggest island in Galapagos. I was born here a few years ago, and I always say that this is the best place on earth. This morning we are at Urbina. It's a wonderful place. We landed on a black beach, and the first surprise was a Galapagos hawk, which is a bird on the top of the food chain. And to see one right there on the ground, very close to us, it only happens in Galapagos. Animals are so fearless. Hawks are top predator, and they normally feed on iguanas, blue-footed boobies, frigates, and because of the live feathers color, I could tell it is a juvenile.
I've never seen anything quite this close before. To arrive first in a zodiac, not knowing where you're going, the anticipation, and then to look at a black beach and a hawk waiting. The hawk didn't fly away, the hawk was greeting us. It was just amazing. I have been dreaming of seeing this since I first went to biology class in high school. I can't believe there's such a beautiful place left on Earth. I hope our society recognizes this and maintains it.
We usually land in the softer area, but we did it now because of this unusual situation here with the hawk and the sea lion. This is the mother sea lion, but right around the mother there's a baby, okay? And that's a brand new baby, and the hawk is trying to get the baby. Of course, we're talking about the Galapagos hawk and the Galapagos sea lion. This is unusual because we usually don't see the hawks getting so close to the sea lions. They need to hunt though, they're not scavengers. Well, the mother is keeping an eye on the hawk for sure. On land, the Galapagos hawk is the top predator. On the water, the Galapagos sea lion is also a top predator.
It was kind of this
predatorial standoff situation that was just amazing.
She wasn't doing anything to really chase the hawk away. She was just lying there, letting the baby try and nurse, and it was kind of unnerving for me to watch the hawk just sit there and watch them. I felt helpless.
So at the moment we're extremely lucky to see this adult Galapagos hawk preying on a young brown pelican. The ancestor of this hawk is the Swainson hawk, and this is one of the last arrivals as a species to Galapagos. The Galapagos hawk is not only the top land predator here in the islands, but it's also a species that it's important to the ecosystem to make sure that all the young prey and the ones that are unprotected are taken as food.
Absolutely a thrill to see that so close up, and the hawk was surrounded by people and didn't even have any focus on us. So in a weird way, I think it's a treat.
You're watching the top of the food chain in the islands just doing his work, making sure the ecosystem stays fit.
It's really something to see how the chain of life and death meets up here. And with so little human interference, everyone has made an incredible effort to stay back and let nature run its course. The way things play out seems just absolutely the way they should be. Some people might perceive it as gory, but at the same time, there's something very uplifting and natural about it. It was very fascinating.
So come closer, you will see something amazing. The iguana is still in movement. Well, it's completely dead for sure, but still, the muscle is still moving a little bit. So this is the Galapagos hawk. And Cleary has hunted a marine iguana. So I can see his colors on their feathers, and Cleary is a juvenile getting into the maturity size. So juveniles are going to be more lighter than the adult size. Adult size will get almost black, very dark brown. And this little guy, it seems like, well, he has his lunch, and he is loving it. Oh, look at that. So we do not have land predators in Galapagos Islands. Our only top and our only predator on land, it will be a bird. This little guy, the Galapagos hawk.
We saw a hawk that had killed a marine iguana, and it was eating it. Intestines first, apparently the most delicate part. Not what I want for dinner. But it was amazing to see. It felt very special.
What you've seen here are 5 juvenile Galapagos hawks that are learning. They all hatched in August, but by now they have to find a colony on their own, and they have to learn how to kill. That baby sea lion was alive, and he was left by mommy because she's out fishing. And probably these guys were all flying together, and they spotted that baby that was alone, and then they attacked them by asphyxiation. This happens every year, every breeding season. Now usually they kill either baby sea lions, maybe iguanas, snakes, lizards, finches, mockingbirds, baby boobies, chicks, you name it. They will go for anything. And as they are the top predators on the islands, there's nothing that these hawks can be afraid of. Nothing. Okay, it's my turn. Yeah, the other one wants to eat too. A fresh kill and another fresh kill. We have a baby playing with a fish in here. This is a baby sea lion that is learning how to just get the flesh. And that takes months and years of experience. And so this is a juvenile that is for the first time probably tasting fish. Alrighty people, today we have had 2 Nat Geo moments.
Every day's a new experience, a new feeling, a new emotion really. Like a frigate just came down and wanted to take the fish from the little sea lion. Yeah, oh my gosh. So here we are. The frigates are trying to get the fish from the little baby, so, oh my goodness. So it's almost as if everything that the guides have told us is all coming together on this one beach. It's just the circle of life.
We are in Urbina Bay, and this is our first morning activity. And we have the presence of this immature Galapagos hawk, which is trying to tear apart our towers. So this is Galapagos. Animals are fearless. I'm just a few feet away from them and they don't care about my presence. So I think this is a unique experience when visitors come here to the Galapagos.
What is the bird here with the white?
That is the brown nutty tern. There is the hawk. Got something? A tern. Got a tern. Oh, pobrecito. Oh, it's gonna go after the head first. This is an adult hawk. Adult hawks will always kill the prey. Young ones will go after dead animals. Still alive. Look at the huge claw. Somehow the prey escaped from the hawk and flew away. So we were surprised because we thought that the prey was killed.
Oh,
He dropped it. We're in Santiago right now, James Bay, and this is a fantastic nature walk where we're going to be able to see sea lions, fur seals, and many marine iguanas, as well as many other shorebirds.
We've had a beautiful day out here on Santiago Island in the Galapagos. Now we're walking around a point on Santiago Island looking for the fur sea lions. Don't want to say seals because we get in trouble. And lots of iguanas. Having a great time, a beautiful trip.
So James Bay is a good place to end the day, walking along the coastline, having the ocean breeze, and at the end we're going to enjoy the sunset.